Okay, welcome guys, welcome. We're back with Dwarf Fortress, and we're going to sort of continue on with our current fortress, which I've only just woken up, so I'm sort of going to be a bit all over the place with this. Okay, continue active game. I think we've only got one that's now stored. Yes, it is the future land. There we are, with 2 saves in it. We've got a current. This is now early autumn in the year 300. Did we have the trading come yet? I can't even remember what we're up to. I know that we had some problems in the first session. I know we tried to correct things in the second session, and I know we've got some very angry dwarves in this session that we have to deal with. That's all I can really remember. Hi Sprocket, how are you going? And hi to anybody else has joined us as well. So we'll see how we go. I forgot that it was Fortress Friday. It was because it's Saturday for me. So I thought I was going to play some Age of Wonders, but then I thought, oh no, we've got this we have to do. Right, we do have one trader here. So the trader is already here. Got 2 very unhappy dwarves. Got 11 dwarves in the fortress. We have 1 thieving or mischievous creature, which is a rat out here. Now I'm pretty sure that the rat. I don't think we've actually unlocked anything. 6 hostiles. Got zombies outside. All right, and that's reasonably close to where we need to be. Hang on, it's not the arrow keys, it's WASD keys that we need. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got. So as we come back up, actually that's where we're going to end up. But we didn't start there, we started off down here somewhere. There it is, and at this stage it's not locked, so we do not have a locked area. I wonder if we get the goo everywhere. See, this area here is not part of the evil biome, but this is. We can actually see the edge of the biome pretty much from the goo that's dropped from the sky. So we're right on the edge, but there's still some goo over here. And then more out this way. Very thin sliver, sort of running down this way. Anyway, we've got a lot to do to set this fortress up for success, which we don't really have at the moment. Let's go through each of the hostiles that we've got. You've got 1 out here. These won't be difficult for us to contend with. Yeah, so they're all outside at this point in time. All right, and then we've got 1 trader ready to trade back in here, and I think we've already done our trading. I'm pretty sure we did. So we've got the we do have broker requested at the depot, which I think we have. We don't need to do that one now. The broker is Orangutan's Library. I'm Major Swifty and Monkastrap. So what's to be unhappy about? It's a land of goo and random violence. It is indeed, and zombies. So. Sprocket's saying, Daz, you always stream for 3.33 hours. 2 streams are 6.66. Care to explain? Well, I don't think that's true, actually. I tend to finish up most of them right on about 3 hours. Is what I aim for. So, hi Adrian, how are you going? All right, so we've got the now again. If you're wanting to get dwarves named, I think we've got maybe have one of the kids. I'll just have a quick look and see what we've got left from what I can remember. No, everyone has been named. So but I don't think I've got anything in my list of names. I should actually double check that. Just bear with me, guys. And I'll bring down Sublime Text and have a look at the Daz. No, so we don't have any. I don't have any Dazdemption names at this stage. So. I'll just leave that one there, so for when people do start to redeem the names. You have to do that on Twitch if you're interested. But at this stage, yeah, we've got some very angry dwarves. We've got Atomic Ant, the militia commander, is very angry, and we've got Sev, a peasant, who is also. These are two military. This isn't good. So 2 military are very unhappy. Now, Red Shirt's got no job, and that's also a problem because it means that there's no longer mining to be done. Animal Dissector is Began, and then Cause Lord is the expedition leader with no job as well. Got a couple of them set to go and and like, you know, get actually let's just start at the start. Let's just go back up and see what we've got available in our fortress. See, all this can now be sort of set up for like we could actually start to do all the mining in through here as well. I think I'll actually now open all this up just while we're here, you know, while we can see that we've got an issue. So if we go across and open this up and pick up the blueprint to standard selection, and just go and set that one up. So we'll get that one at least mined out. Workshop layer in through here. I'm not sure what I was waiting. Oh, that's right. This was a we did actually have originally. This was going to be a dumping zone, like a garbage dump, but then we changed it to here, so they could then throw all the stuff straight out. Any garbage dump stuff gets thrown out into the bottom pit out through this other side. So we do actually have a bit of an opening in the fortress. So, and then the opening comes back up through here, which we can then lock off, and then down into the central area of the fortress. So we might sort of have a look at that as well. This was also ready for like the workshops to then start to be able to put stuff into, and we haven't done that one yet either. Anyway, so that's going to have to all be done as well. We'll come back to that. Let's just continue on tracking through the fortress. Where do we get to? We've got a bedroom layer here that we need to set up. We better find out why the dwarves are so unhappy and try to correct that. And we've got this sort of weird central staircase which goes all the way up. Now we do have a lot of there's a lot of water in here. This well is working fairly well. The well is working well. It will be anyway. So we've got that one through there, and we can sort of see that there's a pool of Drunian blood and a spattering of abhorrent goo. So they're washing themselves off. They are using this this area through here. This was our main entrance, and we do actually have like we have sort of had things come through. Like we've got Bjolf's mangled corpse who came back as a zombie back in through here. There was fire in here, which has now stopped. Not sure who lit the fire. That's right, I remember that one. There's Sev, who's unhappy. And we do actually have these sort of stray bulls and things, which we have to fix that. We have to get that all fixed. These bones I'll just keep here for now. This one, then we have a where's the way down? How do they get down? Oh, there's a stair there with some logs on it. That goes up into this area, comes back across. This one's starting to starve. We're going to have to fix that one up. That one's starting to starve. Okay, so we've got a bit of an issue with starving animals. We'll get a message down here when they do start to become too much of a problem. We then go down. We have a door there, which we can lock. And then we go back up and outside here, which we've allowed that to be open at the moment. Which I still think is actually okay. All right, let's go back down to the workshop layer, because we do need to get that sorted. So we'll just go back down that way. That's still the urgent aspect. So we go all the way down the main central staircase to a bedroom layer, which is here. And we've only just started to do this one. What we might do is actually get this now sorted. So let's start working on these as we see them, just so that the dwarves can start to build things as required. Now we've also got an office I saw before, so I can set up my work orders. In fact, I think the work orders were put in, but not finessed. So we might have to come back and do that one at some point, which is a bit of time, just unfortunately, to sort of get that one sorted. Let's just go into here. We'll go into furniture. We'll start with beds, and we're in planning mode, which is great. We've got 2 beds available at the moment. Just throw these in, and as new beds are built, that will be what we end up putting in this particular area, which will be fine. Okay, and do the next one, which will be doors. Doors 2 available, and we'll just go and build these rooms up. And then all we really need is just a coffer for them to then put stuff into. So furniture, chests, Right, throw those into there. All right, this will be the start of our bedrooms. One thing I'll also do is get the dwarves to start to smooth this, which will then make them happy when they're in their bedrooms. So we'll get that done as well. And that will then at least get that sorted. So that's actually now been done. So that's as we go through, we'll try to fix things as we see them. Then we come further down. Now the reason we had this like this was because we did actually end up with a problem with water, and we'll get to that when we get down further. This is our workshop layer. Now we do actually have the start of an area down here where we've got temporarily just put our trading inside one of the main storage areas. So this will ultimately just be for storage, and we'll go the other side as well, ultimately, and make this into a very, very large sort of raw stockpile of rocks and wood and things like that. So that's what that's going to ultimately be. We haven't finished this off yet, though. I might even do that as well, I think. Unfortunately, we've got kaolin, lignite there. Lignite's okay. What does lignite do? Make coke from lignite. Okay, cool. So we can actually, even if we don't get down to the bottom layers and find the magma, we can at least do something with lignite and make coke, and just do a traditional sort of forges and stuff like that with lignite. So lignite is actually quite useful. Yeah, let's go back into here again, and go and open all this up as well for the guys. That one's all done, and this one we haven't done anything with just yet. All right, that's good. That is good. Okay, so we've got that one through there. We'll just keep on going down through the main staircase. So we've found this. This is the top layer, and it's a deep layer actually. It's a long way down. Then we end up in this layer through here, which is where we did manage to flood this with the water that was left over in here. So we are planting in this particular area, and we've got 6 different areas. And I'm just allowing DF Hack to auto plant. So they're just doing whatever has to come up. Hi Atomic Ant, how you going? And Tenru, Dwarven time, yes it is, and Reed from on YouTube. So welcome guys. So now in this case we've had to block this off. This was actually this is where we're throwing down the rubbish down into here, and then we have some other things, but we've blocked off this layer. Then we have these access points, and so both those staircases go down to the next cavern layer, and that is a long way down actually, down to there. And so this one is always open. Where'd the other one get to? That one goes to there and then opens up there. And this is where we were thinking of trying to ultimately get our animals and have things sort of developed in that sort of sense. We don't actually have anything down here at this point in time that we have to really worry ourselves about. But if anything dies here, it's going to come back as a zombie. And I'm still thinking of putting in the animals there. We have a bit of an area here where we do have a bit of an advantage in terms of blocking areas off. And what I think I'm going to do here is, I think we did have in our, I think I've set this up to make wooden blocks. Sorry, not wooden blocks, blocks. Did I do that? Wish you could filter this. This is, it would be really cool if DF Hack had this as a filter type thing. Actually, what's that do? Oh, that just shows it. Recheck conditions, import, export, sort, all clear. But no filter. Filtering would be super handy here to be able to sort of then filter by the actual name. But it doesn't do that. So we've got buckets, wheelbarrows, mugs, jugs, bins, pots. I think we got rid of some things, but not a hell of a lot. Yeah, we don't have blocks. All right, let's get that sorted. Let's get that sorted, because what we will need to do is actually have, we'll need to have blocks nearby to very quickly build this up. And so what I think we might do here is just go through and start to at least, we'll put an initial stockpile of blocks further up in here somewhere. I've locked this off, So we even just in the main corridor here would be enough at this point in time. So I've got little areas because this was like we had the incursions of annoying creatures that sort of came through. So things are saying, "Woohoo, Dwarf Fortress, time to get banned." Yes, I'll do my level best to get a few people banned. Anyway, let's just go into this zone. Actually, we'll just go into plus, and I'll just make it there for now. We'll accept that. This is going to be a blocks. Where are we? Blocks, bars and blocks. One thing I'm wanting to do is try to keep the blocks within theme rather than just have general rock blocks. We'll actually go with whatever the main blocks are that we've actually got in the fortress. So bars and blocks. We've got. Actually, I'm pretty sure I may even have given one of the workshops the order to do a whole lot of blocks, but that would only just really get us started. Anyway, bars and blocks in through there. We'll go to custom. We don't want metal bars, so we're going none of those. Bars of other materials, we don't want that. Blocks of stone and clay, yes. Blocks of metal, no. Blocks of other materials, no. So only stone blocks, but we'll then come back through with the types of blocks that we want. So I'll just leave that one where that is for now. If we go back to our stocks, because we do now have a manager, so we can actually then go and look at the broker. I forget who actually looks after the stocks. In this case, we can go and have a look at. We can do a search for blocks. You've got mudstone blocks and limestone blocks. All right, so it's been just generally done at this stage. Chert blocks. We've got a bit of everything. Where's that one? Yes, we've been building some blocks up of just any old thing. Well, in that case, I'll just leave. I'll take the blocks out from this area. So I'll just get all the stone blocks down into the other zone. Dwarf has redeemed a character. Another one. Another one. We're not done with your corpse yet. Yeah, we are. Your corpse has been crushed. Oh, okay. Gizzard Zone saying your work order has chert blocks near the bottom of this. Thank you. I said before, I've only just woken up, so I'm going to be missing all sorts of things here, which is going to lead to some of your dwarves getting killed. So Dwarf, you'll be the next one. As soon as we get an arrival at the fortress, you'll be the next one into the list. So I'll just go to bars and blocks, and we'll go to blocks of stone and clay. And at this stage, I'll turn them all off. I'll turn them all off. That way, we'll end up essentially getting the blocks all put down into the bottom of the fortress, which is where we need them initially. So that will be sort of what we end up with. So hopefully they sort of go off and do that. So that's going to be fine. Let's just keep on going down through the fortress. We'll just go and press escape there and zoom on down again. So just take the central corridor down to that bottom layer. I think that was pretty much it anyway, to be honest. I think this is the bottom of the fortress at this point in time. Then we went down and we started to look. At this point, we hadn't found this particular layer. It's sort of funny because we'd actually gone and dug around looking for the cavern layers, and then we went deeper again. So we missed the initial cavern layer completely, and then found, like a long way down, we then found the middle cavern layer down through here. So we will have to make this one up. And I will just go and start, now that we do actually have some blocks, I'll just go and at least start getting things sorted here. So, this one here is not the best place to come in. But it's not terrible. How far up do we have to go? We have to go that way. Alright, so what we're going to do is dig this area out. And then we need to put a block there. So we'll go and... in fact, we'll need to put 2 blocks there. So we'll just go to constructions, walls, and I could even just make these out of rock. Oh, hang on, it's just going with the planning mode. I'll get rid of those. Cancel construction. I want to be very specific here. So we'll go into constructions, walls, and hide the planner this time. That way we don't have anything. And so we're going to select material after placement, and we'll just keep on building. So we'll go and place that into there, and we just have select materials for the wall. That's interesting. We don't actually have the blocks aren't showing up. Oh, hang on, I know what it is. It's because we've locked the door at the top. Diorite, yeah, okay, you're in. And granite or gneiss is 1108. Yeah, 3 away there. Let's just go and grab those. But what we need to do now is open up the lock in here. So we'll just go and open that one up, make it passable. That way we will be able to get blocks in. So we'll allow that to happen. And I think that's all we need to do in terms of getting the fortress ready for the next phase. We have the unhappy dwarves, which we have to look at. Why are they unhappy? So let's actually do a bit. We haven't really ever done a really deep dive into the happiness of dwarves and how we fix it up. Yeah, crush like trash. Damn, that's cold. It's Bjolf. If you're wondering what Bjolf is talking about there, if we go back up to the top of the fortress here, we ended up. This is Bjolf's original corpse. So Bjolf actually had the first undead, the first dead and then undead creature in the fortress, and so Bjolf was killed, got scratched by some small zombie creatures outside, and it was only a scratch. It was really nothing at all. But we built a hospital zone in here, which was but I built it before I was ready, and unfortunately we didn't have any access to any water at all on this particular map, and so yeah, I think they're undead marmots. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that would be right. I think we've got chinchillas at the moment, but yeah, undead marmots scratched Bjolf on the outside when we first arrived. We quickly set up a hospital zone, put a couple of beds in here, and just get everything ready. But the first thing that they need to do after they diagnose a patient is to wash them down. And they can't do anything unless they've been washed. And unfortunately, we were frantically trying to build this well over here using the aquifer. So we've got like an aquifer that's sort of filling up this particular, which is why this is now full of water, because we've got aquifers running through the fortress. And so this one here is where the aquifer was. We now have a clean well, but we didn't get it built in time. And so Bjolf ultimately starved to death in the hospital, even with only a scratch. So that was completely on me. It was a big problem. And so anyway, Bjolf then died of starvation, which meant that there was no damage done to the corpse. But then, we're also in a what's called a reanimating biome, which essentially is an evil biome that anything that dies will come back to life, and unless their skull is crushed and their brain is destroyed. And so Bjolf, we put the military standing around Bjolf. Bjolf came back to life and then was then smashed by the military and destroyed a second time. And so that was sort of the end of Bjolf. And so Bjolf, we then made a little coffin here, which we will actually move off somewhere else at some point. So Bjolf hasn't actually been buried properly. You can see Bjolf is just lying there. So yeah, it's not going to work well ultimately long term there. But I'm not sure what to do about that. I don't know how to fix these. I did read somewhere that I think that there's now a fix for this sort of thing with coffins, but I'm not sure where that actually is. Anyway, I think it might have been in the DF hack somewhere. So anyway, that's where we are with the fortress. This ultimately will not be where we have everything, but at this point in time, that's sort of where we do have the whole. In fact, have we got stone there? Custom. We don't. Good. Okay. So stone, we've got. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the clay that's in there, like this kaolinite. So we can make clay things out of that as well at some point. So that's where we are in the fortress at this point in time. But we do have these really unhappy dwarves, and so we'll do a deep dive into why they're so unhappy, and we can see them in here. Let's start with the militia commander. I don't know if we had a good look at this one before. If we just go and analyse what's happening here. So going off to make a rock pot. To be honest, I'm not very good at doing this. So I'll be looking at the chat to see if people say, "Oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that," because I will welcome backseat driving. I always do, actually. I really do like it. So if you do sort of see something that I really should be looking at and I'm not looking at it, please sing out if you know how to do this effectively. I don't because I don't ever really do it. I'm talking again, saying, "Oh dear, I'm cranky." That doesn't bode well. It doesn't indeed, and we need to, particularly with military, because if they get angry and they go a bit off the rails, that could be very very damaging. So we've got this is sort of like this is a summary of all the different bits and pieces we have: healthy militia commander, hauling mudstone down to make rock pots at this point in time. Squad, the magical murder, is the squad that they're part of. A competent mace dwarf, adequate shield user, etc., etc. That's the military side of things. This is their actual base skills: unmet needs, acquire an object, be extravagant, learn something, think abstractly, be merry, be with family. So these are the unmet needs that we probably have to sort of have a bit of a look at. I feel so good is what she's saying, but she doesn't. We know that's not true. She feels euphoric due to inebriation. She feels satisfied at work. Inebriation is what the dwarves just do, so that's as long as they've got alcohol, they tend to be okay, but not in this case. Okay, annoyed after sleeping on a rough cave floor. That's something we do need to look at. So we've got we're getting the bedroom layer established. Horrified originally after being attacked by the dead. Didn't feel anything after seeing all these different corpses. So we've got lots of, that's a dwarf's dead body. Didn't feel anything at all after seeing Bjorf dead. And in fact was one of the ones who ended up killing Bjorf. So that's what we end up having through there. Didn't feel anything while in conflict. So at this stage, it's become a bit numb with what's going on. Let's just go through everything. Items, just go through the actual items that they've got. And at this stage, everything is clean. Like there's some coatings. It never shows you enough here of what's actually in there. Coating of atomic ant. I think it's tears. So I think she's been crying. Health. No health problems. Skills, you can sort of see their skill levels. Level 0 in most things at this point in time, but getting better at other stuff. We then actually have our combat skills, like level 3 with Mace Dwarf, level 2 with a lot of the other things. Novice fighter, dabbling discipline, dabbling observer. So the skills are sort of coming up. Social, competent speaker, level 2, that's good. Dabbling persuader, dabbling intimidator. Other skills, a competent singer, level 2, that's pretty cool actually. So we're just doing a bit of a deep dive into what they do. Adequate poet, but a bit rusty, so this is rusting away. Knowledge is this is actually the poems and songs that she knows. So these are the sorts of things that have been developed in the land wherever they're from, and so that's what we have in through there with the different skills. But that's sort of like the full collection. It's so deep, this game. Rooms. No study, no quarters, no dining room, no tomb. But hopefully we'll end up with quarters, and that will sort of then make her happier. Now, the other thing we could do is actually create a barracks, and I did want to do that at the top of the fortress. But let's not do that yet. If they don't have a barracks, they should claim a bedroom, I think. Maybe they won't. I can't remember if that's the case or not. This is their actual labour. So the work details, we don't actually have any specific work details for them. No dedicated workshops, no dedicated locations, and no animals assigned to them. So labour is sort of in through there. Let's just now go into where this will actually then kick in, which is the relations. So Lish is their deity. If we see problems of not being able to pray to their god, we might set up a temple, some temples in the fortress just to start to be able to do this one. We've got a kindred spirit with Supreme Plague, one of the other fighters, and Sev as well. These are close friends. So and Monkastrap as well. So pretty much everyone is. Bjorf was a close friend, but felt nothing when seeing Bjorf killed. In fact, so that was a close friend in through there. Red shirt, close friend as well. So essentially, everyone pretty much is happy. She's pretty much happy with everyone. That's the relations in through there. The groups, again, we sort of can see there that she's part of the civilization, the Truthful Tomb. The Cult of Seduction is the religion that she's a member of. The Contested Hammer. Now, I'm thinking if we go back to relations, Lish must be must be part of that religion. A contested hammer is the site government and the militia commander of that particular site government. Military, she's part of the magical murder, which is our squad. The uniform that she's wearing is this. The kills that she has are 3 kills. 1 zombie hoary marmot in Twinkling Hammer, which is where we are. 1 Drinian and 1 zombie chinchilla as well in Twinkling Hammer. So that's her current kills that she has. So not Bioff. Bioff is not part of this particular group. So Bioff is saying, I thought I died surrounded by friends. They didn't give me any food while I lay on the floor starving. But now I see they didn't really like me at all that much. Well, she did. Well, what was it? It was a close friend. There we are, close friend. Sounds like the classic case of depression. It does indeed. So they do get depressed. We've done that one. Thoughts. So this is the full thoughts. Now we see in the overview just the most recent thoughts. But if we go to the actual thoughts in through here, we sort of see all sorts of different things. Now this is just over the course of what's actually happening through here. So so satisfied while crying on someone in charge. So she obviously does cry a lot. So uneasy, dwelling upon. Now, only uneasy is not terrible. Annoyed after being choked on smoke underground. Now, I don't know what that was, what happened with that smoke. And I don't know where the smoke ended up, so I'm not sure how that actually happened. I was horrified reliving seeing Bioff's dead body. So actually didn't like seeing Bioff's dead body, but then now not really feeling anything walking past the corpse, which is hanging over the top of the coffin in the middle of everywhere. The Monka Strap saying, we stood around eating pizza watching you starve, nothing personal. There we go. So anyway, that's where Atomic Ant sort of was with that one through there. A person, and if we go back to memories, so that's recent thoughts. Memories is the long term. So this is the long term things that they dream about, I guess. So in the summer, and so we'll get the spring. Uneasy, dwelling upon being caught in freakish weather. Horrified, reliving being attacked by the dead. In the summer of 300, horrified, reliving seeing Bioff's dead body. So these are long-term scarring memories, and we can't do anything about those. So they're basically nothing we can, like with those memories, there's nothing we can really address there. Personality. So what does she want? She's currently more rude. She's currently more confident. She is currently more shameless. She is currently less private. She is currently more thoughtless. This is where she currently is. She generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. She is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. So what can we do to help her? I don't think we can do anything. Except for getting the bedroom sorted. She likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. She doesn't really care about anything anymore. She has a great kinesthetic sense, great creativity. But her overall, that's traits, values. She has a great deal of respect for the law, greatly prizes loyalty, so she dreams of creating a great work of art one day. All right, preferences. Likes hematite, sterling silver, milk opal, cotton paper, colour ochre, low boots, sceptres, goblets, horses for their strength, orca men for their great jumps, the sound of the saffron of butterflies, the sight of the top powers. I think these are works of art. When possible, she prefers to consume blue shark, blueberry wine, and macadamia nuts. She absolutely detests cave spiders. We can't do anything about any of that, really. Hematite we do actually have. Sterling silver we don't. Milk opal we don't. Cotton paper we don't. The colour ochre. No, we can't do much there. That's preferences. Her needs, this will be where it'll actually click in. Overall, she's somewhat focused with satisfied needs. She's not distracted after being away from people. She's unfettered after staying occupied, after doing something creative, level-headed after doing something exciting. She's unfocused after being unable to acquire something. Now, we don't know what that is. So what we were saying, do you notice any correlation between unhappy dwarves and their jobs? I feel that those involved in the military will be less happy than the smiths. It depends on the dwarf, I think, to a large degree. A lot of them end up getting are unhappy because they can't pray. So, but there's nothing terrible in here. Level-headed after fighting. Is not distracted after a lack of troublemaking. She's unfocused after being unable to be extravagant. So she likes being extravagant after not learning anything, after helping someone. She's unfocused after a lack of abstract thinking. She's unfocused after being unable to make merry. Okay, so it's things like this. We're going to need to set up a meeting hall, I think. Not distracted after being able to admire art. It's unfocused after being away from family. Unfocused after being unable to practice a martial art. So practicing would actually make her happier. She's unfettered after being unable to take it easy. She's unfocused after being unable to pray to Lish. There we go. So there's the praying. So there's a fair few things there we can actually do. The bedroom is sort of going to be taken under control. Let's just go back up the top. This is going to be where we're going to ultimately end up with a zone. Thanks, Began, for the subscription. Very, very much appreciated. Am I alive or is this a new run? You're alive and kicking. Alive and kicking at this stage. So we've got this area which is going to ultimately be the where the dwarves will still be their barracks. So I think I might actually also just come through and open this area up. Just going to get that done. I'll just get all of that unfettered. We've got 2 dwarves that can actually sort of do that. So that we'll make this into the actual barracks themselves. So we'll get that one done as well. So that was one of the unhappy dwarves. The other one, so like I think getting tables and chairs and getting like a, actually where were we going to set up the main meeting hall? So we're going to have bed. We haven't really had. This is it here. This was going to be the main meeting hall. I think I'll actually go through and set this up as well while we're here. And we'll make this into something really quite substantial. So our miners have got a fair bit of work to do now. So that'll be good. So we'll just go that way. So, and then we need to smooth all this right out. So it's going to take a bit of work, but we'll focus initially just on the meeting area in the middle and get that one smooth. And then once we've got that one done, we'll then start to sort of make art and do other things like this. So we'll try to get things sorted. So back in through here, we've got the that was Atomic Ant. Let's look at Sev, who is the other very, very unhappy dwarf. And again, if we just really go to that last thoughts area and memories, fondness, remembering talking with a friend, despair, dwelling upon being caught in freakish weather, horrified, seeing Bjolf's dead body, and horrified, reliving being attacked by the dead. So this is the nightmares that they have, and we're only in autumn at this stage, so there will be a lot more memories coming. But they're not very pleasant at this stage. So yeah, there's nothing much in through there. Let's have a look at the personality and the needs. We'll just go straight to this area. But she has poor focus and poor spatial sense. She's currently more rude, more fearless, more shameless, and more thoughtless. Thank you, Atomic Ant, for this subscription. Very, very much appreciated. Let's just go straight to, we've got values. Dreams of creating a masterwork done someday. Preferences. Likes olivine, aluminium, clear tourmaline, 2-hump camel leather. Oh, that brings back memories. Wild boar ivory, great honey badger bone, phantom spider silk, the colour emerald, 4-sided prism spears. Okay. She's not a spear, she's not a spear spear dwarf. She's a hammer dwarf. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's interesting, that one. Greaves, she's wearing that. Backpacks, good. Tables, rings, string. So some of these things aren't too bad. Okay, so where possible, she prefers to consume mead. Absolutely detests toads. So mead we can't really access, so we don't really have that one. The needs that she has. So a lot of these are actually unfettered after staying occupied. She's unfettered after doing something creative. Unfettered after drinking. Unfocused after a lack of a decent meals. Okay, we're getting that one sorted. She is level-headed after fighting, unfettered after arguing, so that doesn't really worry her. Unfocused after being able to be extravagant, unfocused after being able to be merry. So again, needing to have a party. Unfocused after being away from family, unfocused after being unable to practice a martial art. Right, so same sort of dealing through there. Unfocused after being able to take it easy, and again, wanting to pray to Lish. So I think we'll actually, let's just set up little things one at a time. Let's just unpause the fortress and let things develop. It is raining goo again outside. Now the animals, they're getting hungry. What we might do is just go back through to the bottom of the fortress and sort of see what we end up with in terms of them building this area. This is going to be where things will sort of then kick in. And I might actually move the animals out. Got 5 hostiles. That rat has now moved off. So if we go and just go and pick up the zones, we'll just get a pen or pasture. I'll make it a fairly small one initially. So we did originally have one out here, and nothing died initially. We'll just go back into that one and just make it fairly small. Okay, accept. And so what we want to do here, I can use DF hack to auto assign different animals. So DF hack assign, and so in this case I can, if I click on that one, I can then just go and sort by different things, because I mean it's easy enough at this stage, but I can use this to go and get the grazing animals. So so I can have exclude any egg layers. So the egg layers then we'll exclude those, which essentially means we include everything else. We've got the yak, bull and cow. We've got a cow calf as well. So we'll just go and assign. And so they're all going to be assigned to this particular location. And if we go back and have another look at the actual location itself and look to see who was there, it's just those 3. So the others haven't been assigned there. So so they'll bring them down, and that way at least they'll be able to eat. So we'll just let that one sort of continue. Oops, what's going on here? I'm so used to just using the actual arrow keys with Dwarf Fortress. I'm always sort of I've only got 2 hostiles, one thieving or mischief. You've got another a rat, which is crawling up the rock. You can see it there with the little claws at the bottom of it. 6 hostiles. Yeah, they've just wandered in. So these are chinchilla corpses. Nothing really much to... Oh, hang on. What have we got? Oh, damn it. The chinchilla came in. I completely didn't see that. Wow. Okay, they came inside. It won't be a problem. You can see that they're so small, even though they're zombies. If you just go to where it happened. So they came in here. We've got chinchilla corpses and their heads. I'm just going to go and throw these away. So dump that. Dump that. This is actually what I might do is I might even lock off the fortress. If I just block the door. Yeah, so actually while I was looking down here while all this fighting was going on, I'll just go and get rid of it. Okay, so back up the top. We'll lock that. And we'll wait until we get the message about the traders wanting to leave, and then we'll let them go at that point in time. So we've got a few things now ready for dumping. Another mangled skeleton. Dump you. So what's this one? This is a chinchilla corpse as well. So they all came in. They all came in pretty quickly there. Dump teeth. We don't want to have teeth. Mangled head. Spattered with abhorrent goo and coated with... Yeah, so this is a goo spattered chinchilla head. Zombie head. All right, so they've come through that way. Is there anything else out this way? Yeah, there's one as well. So they've freaked out the. Now there's a bit of blood there, which we'll have to have a bit of a look at. There's a chinchilla corpse skeleton, so we'll dump that as well. And I might just lock this. No, actually, I don't need to. If I've locked the outside, it shouldn't really be a problem. So if we have a bit of a look, this is. Oh, okay. This is id. Now this is the. Is this id? What have we got there? We've got a troglodyte mutilated corpse. We want to throw that away. Troglodyte arm. We want to throw that away as well. And this is just a stray turkey. Where's id got to? Stray turkey hen. There it is. Injured. Now this is someone's pet. This is Orangutan Library's pet. It loves its turkey hen. But it is injured. Look at the health. The upper right leg is cut open. Lower body is dented. Yeah, that'll be okay. It'll come good. It'll come good. It won't be a problem. I don't think we can do anything with the hospital to help animals. Yeah, all visitors welcome. Yeah, okay. At the moment we've got citizens and long-term residents only. I'm pretty sure we don't look after animals there. What I will do here is I will actually only make it citizens and long-term residents only. I'll just make it so that we don't look after anyone that just happens to wander in. Okay, everything else is now sort of just done. Let's just keep on going back through. We might even look at, we've got, this is Munkerstrap, the miner. So Munkerstrap will go off and do certain things. Yes, we are making food here. So we'll get the food done. And then as we go further up the fortress, this ultimately will be, I forget what this was going to be. This is going to be the hospital ultimately. Then we've got this one done. Yeah, so they've still got all this stuff to do. This is currently as far up into the fortress as we've got. So we'll just let everything sort of work itself out. I'll just go back down to the bottom of the fort. Actually, one thing I do need to do is to set up, like at the moment F1 is here. If I press F1, I end up out here. F2 hasn't been set, or any of the other things. So let's go and set all of these up. So F1 is the outside entrance at the moment. We'll end up making that the actual entrance of the fortress once we get completely set up. As we sort of come back through. So we've got the original zone is here, which I will actually establish this one as F2. So I'll just position that one there and then press H for the hotkeys. So we will assign F2 to that location, and this one will be the, which we call it the entrance at this point in time. So that will be that one. We can just go back off, and this will be the well. Now the well, do we need to be looking at the well? Probably not. We'll come back up through the fortress. Kitchens, the hall. So that will be F3. All right, come back up even further. Barracks I won't worry about, so we won't worry about anything else further up that way. Kitchens, workshop layer I want to have access to. We've got all of that. We end up going fairly deep down into the fortress to get to the. This is bedrooms. Okay, so we'll just have this one at this location. Bedrooms, and that will be where we allocate those. That is ultimately where we're going to have the dump, but it's also our workshops. So I'll just make it. I'll make it workshops initially. And that location. Okay. Then we'll go further down. This is not going to be where we trade from, but we will end up having to sort of rejig these. Keeps on going down through the layers. This has been a fairly important. Oops, hang on, where are we? Sorry, I was just using the scroll wheel. I will actually put this one down. This will be the farm, and allocate that one, and then F7. I can sort of keep on scrolling down. I've got the Shift Fs as well, if I wanted to use them. So as the fortress gets bigger and bigger, we'll just keep on doing this, and then the last thing I'm just going to do is just do the outside, this area through here, which will be the what should we call it? Cavern, maybe just cavern. The cavern, and there we are. So we now actually have, and I can now just use the F keys to sort of go directly to different places, and that way at least we can sort of do that one through there. All right, that's done. Still 6 hostiles on the actual map itself. Again, outside, but we have now locked off the fortress. If I press F1, there we go. So that is now forbidden. It's now locked, and so nothing can actually break through. Okay, so we should be fairly safe unless there's like a furniture breaker or door breaker that does come to the outside of the fortress. In the meantime, let's just get everything sorted. So we'll just unpause. It's a little bit dirty through here. Just digging our way through. Oh, hang on. The merchants will be leaving soon. In this case, we now have to open it all up. It's raining abhorrent goo outside. That's okay. It doesn't affect us. All we need to do is just go back up to F1 and just double check the hostiles. Yep, they're all a fair way away from the where the merchants actually are. F1. Click on this and make it passable. And so the merchants, if we go back to, is it F4? No, F5. Yep, this one in through here. So they'll start to pack up. Get all their stuff and then leave. Oh, here we go. One starving, dehydrated. Now this one here, the stray calf should be being led down to the bottom of the fortress. So it's not sure what it's doing, but anyway, it's moving down to the where it can get it. We have to be very careful that we don't let these guys starve. Oh, hang on, we've got one trader ready to trade. Orangutans are still here. I tried to need it. There we go. So orangutans can go off and do something else now. So we no longer need to trade. Yeah, prepare easy meal needs unrotten cookable items. So we're running out of food. We do still have some food, some drink. Just let them do their thing. Oh, Chinchilla Head is fighting, and Klingzog is fighting. So where's that? It's back up in here. These won't last very long. So the Chinchilla Head that's there again, I'm just going to go through and dump that. And Chinchilla left ear cartilage, we'll dump that as well. All right, so we've got all these things that we do need to dump. So just as they come back to life. I think I can set it up to pause when there's combat, but unfortunately there's no way you can. I wish that there was a way to pause the initial part of the combat, but not anything else after that. I don't think you can do that as such. So we're sort of just going off and doing their thing. Getting the bedrooms ready. Okay, these first two are sort of established. They've embarked on their journey. So off they go. Farewell. Yep, so they're packing everything up. Some migrants have arrived. Here we go. This is cool. All right, so we're back to DasDemption mode. Let's go and click on OK. So this is pausing for the migrants. I'm just going to click and pause. Where did they arrive to? Over on the eastern side of the map. That's good. And so the first one that we have, and so they have to make the run. There's still 6 hostiles on the map. And they are close. They are close. Okay. Yep, so we've got a lot of them are very close to where the migrants have come in. And the first migrant is Dwarf. So guys, if you do want to name any of the dwarves, they're going to be coming in thick and fast. So the first one is Dwarf, the furnace operator. So let's go and rename this one. And that's the only DasDemption I've got. So, yeah, run boys run. Here we go. So, it's a novice pump operator, novice record keeper. That's interesting. So, Dwarf, the furnace operator, is here. Now, just double check that that was the only DasDemption that I had. I'll just double check this one. I did miss one the other day. And just go to Twitch. Now that was, sorry, these were from yesterday's stream. This is today's. There we go. So Adrian is also now got one as well. So we'll just go with Dwarf is now done. Let's just go and pop this out. And I'll just move it off onto my other screen. That way I'll sort of see them coming through. All right, back we go. So that's Dwarf. Next one in is a greybeard. This is a pump operator. These are fairly useless roles, but that means that we can sort of put them into anything. So in this case, this is going to be Adrian. So I'll just go and make sure that we've got everything we need. Is that the correct spelling? Yep. Okay, good. All right, so that's another one. Redeemed and ready to go. So that's 2. Then we have a rabbit, which is named. So this is somebody's pet. This is Dwarf's pet. What could possibly go wrong with a little bunny? Actually, they're starting up in the top corner. So they should be able to get away from these chinchillas. Here we go. We've got a another one, Falcons. Okay, this is Falcons in through here, 82 years old. Good with language, so very articulate. A proficient soaper. We do need to get soaping set up in the fortress. So this is Falcons. So here we are. Done. A tangled engraver as well. Oh, actually that is useful. If we can beautify the fortress, and we'll start to try to get a lot of this done. Actually, that would be very, very cool. That would be very cool. So that's actually the talented engraving is actually. I didn't see that, but that's actually very good. So because we do that, will then create artwork around the fortress. Here we go. Got another one. This is a bald mechanic, a mechanic in through there. So there's a mechanic available, which nobody has claimed. And that looks about it. Milk animal has been completed. That's good. Some migrants have arrived. That looks to be about all of them. Yep, that all looks fine. So we'll just go across to F1. The merchants should be leaving very, very soon as well. Let's just have a look and see. We should see them coming over the hills here. If we go and pick up Dwarf. Yeah, so still coming through this top little section there. There they go. Oh, now healthy. There's no problems there, I don't think. Recent thoughts. No, it's just following Dwarf around. Here we go. So we're coming into the actual into the only entrance that we have at this stage. In they go. In they go. That's everyone. All right, so everyone's now in. No one outside, which except the traders. Let's have a look and see if the traders are still on the map. Others? Yeah, they're still getting ready to go. So can't do anything. Okay, we've got Kuaja Grim here. Just named one as well. Cool. So that's our last current batch. There we go, the mechanic. Novice mechanic, but that's fine. That's good. And so this is KQAJ. Nope, did it wrong, didn't I? Grim. There we are. So the mechanic. And again, remember that if your character gets killed, you get banned. All right. So we've got the so Munker Strap needs unrotten cookable items. So unfortunately, we've got a bit of food available. Anyway, somebody's very happy. That'll be our miner, I'm pretty sure. Be happy sort of just digging away underground. It does make the dwarves happy. So there we go. That's Rangutang's library. Bjolf has now come next to Bjolf. Looking in the mirror. All right. Falcon for an hour? No, just half an hour. I can do it easily for half an hour. So with my I've got a chat sort of app that actually allows me to, like just for Twitch, it's not for YouTube unfortunately, but it does allow me to just do the quick bans for up to half an hour. I think I should actually see if I can actually change that to an hour. I mean, this is it here, I'll just show you. So that's my chat bot through there. So if I go to Falcons, for example, and click on it, I can then just go straight up to a 30-minute ban, timeout for 30 minutes. But I should look to see if I can actually change that to actually make it. So it's really quite handy actually to use this for moderation. It's actually a really cool little moderation tool. So anyway, that's so half an hour at the moment. An hour if I can figure it out how to get that one to work, which I haven't done yet. So all right, let's continue on. So that's the next little group. We've got a reasonable little size now of 15 dwarves. This is healthy. Let's just unpause. Now, actually, with everyone inside, we're still waiting for the merchants to leave. Let's just wait and see. We've still got 6 hostiles on the map, and they're still miles away from where we are. F1. I'll just wait for the merchants to leave from here. There's a hedgehog. I don't know where it went. Walken's saying, "Who are these? Who are all these angry dwarfs? They're our military." So behave yourself. It rains abhorrent goo, and this I think has been part of the problem as well. We want to keep the dwarves inside if we can. Oh, we're fighting again. A troglodyte mutilated corpse is fighting, so this one's come back to life, and it again is in the action. This one here. Where is this happening? I think that Id's killed this one as well. Where's Id? Well, maybe not. No, it is Id that's fighting. Let's have a look at the corpse. So scratches a stray turkey hen in the right wing, tearing the muscle and bruising the bone. Sensory nerve has been damaged. Charges the. Okay, this was early. This was. It's come back to life a few times. Okay, so the punches a stray turkey hen in the right left foot. The turkey hen bites the troglodyte in the lower body, denting the muscle and bruising the guts. The troglodyte mutilated corpse misses the woodcutter. I don't know where this one was. It must be here. Attacks their turkey hen, but she jumps away. The turkey hen bites the troglodyte mutilated corpse in the upper arm, denting the skin and bruising the muscle. So I'm not sure where. Like that's all happening in here, but that zombie is gone. Like that is dead. It's a mutilated corpse. We want to throw that one in. We want to get rid of all these corpses. pretty much as quickly as we possibly can. But that's not the hen. It was this one here, and it is now back to being healthy again. This is orangutan's pet. So this is actually where they live, where the troglodytes were. There's a chinchilla head. We can dump that as well. So we've had all these zombies come in and cause issues, and they keep on coming back to life because we're not killing them enough. Let's just wait and see if anything else happens in through here. Five hostiles on the map. Now that is Atomic Ant, the militia commander. How are the traders going? They should be coming through here very, very soon. Here they come. So they're now making their way up. So the traders will now come back through this room. And we'll just follow them out. Just make sure that they leave. That's a merchant. It's a spear dwarf. Marks dwarf. Another merchant there. That's all we've got. Alright. Farewell. On your way. So they've got 5 hostiles. They may actually, it looks like they're heading to the southeast, which is going to put them right in the line of the undead. Let's just go and lock that one off now. So we actually have... okay, it is back in the fights again. And so along with Atomic Ant. I'll come back to that one in just a second. Let's have a look at the hostiles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we've got one in here. So Atomic Ant is smacking this one around. Atomic Ant has got a mace, so should crush it. Would be the order of the day. What we'll do is we'll just go in and we'll go and make the military. So we'll just go into here, grab them, and tell them that they've got a mission here to kill this one. Confirm, and so that way they'll like this will be an official kill. Otherwise, they're not on duty, and it bothers them. They can still fight, okay. Yeah. So Atomic Ant was making. Okay, this is a Stoneworkers Workshop. I want to actually get rid of this ultimately because I don't need it up in here. All right, let's just press the full stop key or the period key and move through. So we'll smack it. No, where's it gone? Here we go. Bang. The chinchilla head is no longer there. So the chinchilla head was then crushed, and that should be the end of it. Yep, so the mission commander bashes a chinchilla head in the head with a copper mace, bruising the muscle. Actually, it didn't kill it. Maybe it should have. Yeah, it's there. It's mangled now, so that's actually fine. We'll just go and throw that in the pit as well. So we'll get that one going through there. Author ratio is in saying to me, it's Saturday in Australia. It is indeed. In fact, I got a bit confused because I forgot it was Fortress Friday when it's Saturday for me. I was all geared to kick back in with some Age of Wonders, but then I realised, oh, hang on. I'd actually even set up everything to go with Age of Wonders, and then realised it was actually Fortress Friday, so which is not a problem. So they've gone back to, they've now finished off what they were doing, which is fine. So I'll just get rid of those. Yep, that's fine where we are there. So I'll get rid of those messages. And we've got 5 hostiles on the map. Now these are close to where this is happening. I don't know if they'll deviate. Yeah, they are going to deviate. So we're going to end up with a fight here. See, the Marks Dwarf is now fighting. Still got more. Turkey Hen is fighting. Now what's Turkey Head fighting with? Is there another one? I'm not sure where the Turkey Head actually is. God, we've got so many of these little zombie things that came in. So the yak cow is fighting. I'm pretty sure that will be outside. Yes, it is. So they're just making their way through. It's down to 4 hostiles now. I'll just get rid of that message. So Kuja cancels preparing a meal, needs unrotten cookable items. So they're trying to make biscuits, and they're running out of... We do have 43 food. Not sure what we do with that. So they're making their way off the map. They need to leave safely, otherwise they report back that our fortress is a shambles. Okay, that's successfully done. So they're now safely going to make it their way back to the mountain homes. Yeah, so we need to get that cookable items. So we might have a look at that and see what's going on. So those merchants, if we just center on our fort. So our fort is that it there? No, that's not it. Where's our fort? It is around here somewhere. Is it there, I think? Yeah, Twinkling Hammer. This is us here. So we're in this is a big animating biome that we're sort of established with. This is our mountain homes, so they're very, very close, which means we should end up having enough people coming in to sort of really develop properly. You can see that they've extended out to here somewhere. We're just a little outpost of the actual mountain homes themselves. Yeah, with largest population back in through here with the various dwarves. We are at war with this. This is a human tower. This is a necromancer tower. So we can expect the undead to come at some point, and that's going to be something we're going to need to focus on. But we'll probably just try to sort of do everything we need to do in this first year, and then sort of figure out what to do after that. So just go back down into these zones. Have they done? Yeah, we're starting to now get blocks into here. Let's just keep on going. That's good. We've got that one. We haven't got this one built yet. So we need this to be mined out. So the miners are still working away. Let's have a look and see what they're up to. If we just go across, it's mainly going to be red shirt will be the main one that we need to have a look at. So red shirt is just coming into here. What I might do is, because I really want to lock off that bottom of the fortress, just so we can actually have our animals safe. Do I do this yet? Do I do it yet? Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to lock this off for now. So I'll establish changing the mining operation back to. I'm just going to block it off there. That way, red shirt will then go off and do other things. Let's have a quick look and see. We've got this one as well that's been established. I might just block that off. That's the top of the fortress at this stage. Done everything there. That's fine. That we're looking for things there. And I think we've now dug out the largish areas. They're smoothing all of this, which is good. So we're starting to now make the bedrooms a bit more comfortable. That's all okay. That's been dug out, which is good. And that as well. I don't really want to dig this out just yet. So I'll just go and block that off. Just until we get the that bottom area sort of established. Down through there, there's no more digging to be done there. So we'll just sit. I think we'll sit at the bottom here and just wait. I do have a lot of areas in the middle there. So the animals are down here, sort of essentially eating now, so they're no longer starving. And this is where we want to make sure that we end up getting this one done. So we'll just go and allow this to get dug through. I can change the priorities. Here we go. So now someone's going to come into this other side. Now, why did that one go off there? We actually don't want it wandering off like this. So I'm just going to go into the construction. Walls. And I've got diorite right there, so I'll just use the diorite. I'm just going to also then go and place another granite's only 3 away. I'll place that one through there. And I'm just going to go back to this particular one and just suspend the construction of that, just for now. That way at least I get it sort of established. Now underground here, so we've now got the access into this side. We need to be digging. If I build there, it blocks all of that off, so there's no way to then get through, which is fine. So I think I'll start to put blocks in along here. So constructions, walls, and we'll just use chert blocks. So we'll get that one done. Now this one here is also, that's all we need to do is there, just is to finish that one off. And we'll just do that with conglomerate block. We've got one of those there. So when we have a look at this one as well, just that one goes up one. So we miss it. Like if I had that, yeah, I don't. If I get rid of those two at that location, it sort of blocks off this area. Or I could just dig across and do it, or I can just go and just leave it straight there. So I can sort of start here. I'll just move it down to here. Let's go with blocks. Oops. All right, so we'll keep on going out to here. So I might as well get the whole thing done. In fact, I'll move it out to that location. And we'll just do this with chert blocks again. So while we've only got one layer, and you can look at it from here as well, like the actual, when we sort of look down, we're seeing like this sort of bluish color. Where it's just a single layer, we're seeing this sort of grey colour. So that goes down into another layer. The one thing that you can't do in a one layer zone is grow trees. So trees are going to be a problem here. But ultimately, it's easy for us to block this off because it's just a single layer. If we go up a layer, this then makes all of this area really quite usable because it's only one layer all the way through here. And so we end up with like being able to block off pretty much this whole zone is can be just done this way. So that's just going to block that area off. I won't get too greedy with what we have, but it does allow me to then sort of go and get other zones. So we'll go and get that one as well. All right. That one there. Get the blocks. Okay, that's good. And then, so it's just going to create like a zone in here that we can then sort of have for our own protection. And so again, I've got like a fairly large area in here that I can sort of make use of. So I think I'll come across this way. And just get the chert blocks. So we'll do all of those. And then when we have a look up, we can see that there's avenues. That's going down, that's going up. So we have a downward passage in through this other side, but then sort of comes back down into this area here. So this here is a problem. So we do need to just clean up that area. So chert blocks. Chert blocks in through there, and when we go up and down, it's just clean in that zone there. So it really is just now a matter of blocking this off. We do that, so chert blocks that way, but you can't build diagonally if you've got something else there. So I'm just have to go back and suspend that construction. So that one we're not going to build until this one's actually in place, and then we can just go straight down here. So makes it's quite a a clean little way of doing this one. And we have a goodie hut in the middle there. I didn't even see that. All right, we'll have a look and see if that's dangerous at all. Not doing it that way. Go this way. We go to constructions, walls. The reason I'm using blocks is that it's fast to build with them. So we'll ultimately end up with using chert blocks for everything. All right, that gets that sorted. So that will then be a nice secure area for our animals. And if we go back to digging, you can see there that there's nothing really sort of showing up in this sense with the with this one being a problem. So if it had lava in the middle of it, we'd actually know. It would actually come across. I'll see if I can find one as an example. So if we go back to looking for goodie huts, which are essentially going to be little blocks of, and quite often there's special things on the inside. I might even dig this out. So let's go and dig that blue diamond cluster in through there. We've got yellow diamonds as well. These are special little areas. In fact, I might as well just dig the whole thing out like that. So we'll get gems that way. But if we have a bit of a look, in fact, if it could even be the top layer. There may still be issues with that. We might sit back and watch that one. But let's just see if there's any others that we can sort of see around the place. Because sometimes they've got lava in them, and that could be useful as well. See, this one here is a bit of a giveaway. So if I go into the dig zone, oh no, maybe not. No, that may be not. That may be just part of that passage. But you're not seeing anything too tricky in through there. I'm not noticing any more. Yeah, river cells. They're not everywhere, but they do have value, and sometimes they've got artifacts in the middle of them. Let's go back up to the top layer, just see if we can spot any of that up there. So Bradbury Man is saying living life dangerously with that goodie box. I know it is a bit. It can be. It can also have demons inside it. Let's just come back up here and just see if we can spot any more. There's usually a fair few around the place. There we go. There's another one. If I go to dig, there's no. It's not showing anything in terms of it being dangerous. But I think it would have to be the next layer down. That's the top layer of it. So we won't know if there's magma in the inside of it, and it's possibly. Oh, there's a giant toad, giant cave toad. Now, one of our people doesn't like that one, but anyway, that's not going to worry us. Yeah. Anyway, we won't worry too much more about it. Right. So we've got those done. There goes red shirt again. Now red shirt is going back down to do the goodie hut. Cool. Let's see what we end up with. This could be a disaster. It looks to be the top layer. If we dig down further, so we've now got all these different diamonds and things. Let's go and dig down. I'll dig it diagonally. Actually, I'll dig the middle one. Was there anything in there? No, there wasn't. But we've got more other clusters and things in around this. So there was nothing really in that one other than just the diamonds that were around it. Hi Sev, saying how's the colony doing? It's doing well, thanks. Actually, Kuja Grim, sorry I missed your comment there before. You have a diagonal build on the left side that doesn't have a suspended build next to it. I've got a diagonal build. You should better do that one. Just while we're looking at it, suspend that one. Diagonal build on the left side. I think is that what you meant? That one there, I'm guessing. Yep, circus is contained for now. Yes, they're all okay. That one's okay. They're all okay. So it's just that one and that one, I think. Yeah, thanks for that. That one there is fine. This one has now been built, so I can now come back in and resume construction there. So we'll end up getting this all fairly secure. So we're sort of going to start to come back through and secure the animals back into this particular zone. Well, that's sort of all done. Now that there, I had a looks like I was digging down at that stage, so I'll just get rid of those. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing there. I'll just go all the way down, get rid of that, because that was when we were trying to find the caverns. Right, they're done. Okay, we'll leave all those where they are. Now the rabbit I think we'd need to put down in the bottom here as well, but let's actually wait until we've got everything sorted and secure with everything. We could even put farming down here if we had to. So we've got a few different things that we can do down in this particular zone, but I'll at least just leave it where it is for now. I think everything else is doing fairly well, so we'll just get rid of that one. We've got the 4 hostiles up above, which is not a problem. Main area, we're still waiting for dwarves to throw these things away. Is it still filling up? Let's have a look and see. Yeah, we've still got aquifer there, so this will fill up to this level. It won't go any higher than that. But that is that's really filling up quite nicely, all this aquifer that we actually have, so that's actually fine. Now, the mining, we do need to get our miners working again. Again, no job. So we need to go back up and go to the top of the fortress and allow this to then kick back in again. It's raining goo again. Troglodyte corpse is fighting with the woodcutter. Where is that happening? Woodcutter in the right arm. Yes, it's just always in here. It's always the way with these troglodyte corpses. Don't know where it is. Yeah, we've got to clear this stuff out. This is not good. Oh, the kids are having fun. So von Schweinhut is having fun with Beowulf's mangled corpse. So, as you do. what's von Schweinhut thinking? Playing make believe with the old zombie. Here we go. What a well-adjusted child von Schweinhut will be. Wooden jugs. Need to make sure that we're doing beds as well. Where's the beds? Miss it? I don't think I did. Oh, there we go. No, make beds is in there. That's good. They're smoothing out these quite nicely, which is great. This is going to be fairly comfortable for whoever ends up taking them. We've got 3 hostiles left on the map. Food is dropping off, but we do have the planting going on, so I don't think we can do anything else other than what we're doing with that. This is all chert back down this way. So there was the, you did mention that there was a blocks order. Yeah, chert blocks. Okay, yeah, that's current at this stage. Less than 500, yeah. So we want a lot of blocks, a lot of chert blocks. So Seb was saying, is this a colony where the blind ogres killed our militia? No, that was abandoned, that particular fortress. So we can see what we've got down in here now. So we're throwing all the dead skeletons. There's not very much that's been thrown down there yet. We need to get on top of that. Just go back up the top and just watch the mining. Okay, this is cool. So we've just got one more little slot there. And we do want to smooth this out. We want to smooth out just this central area to start with. In fact, I'll smooth out both sides. And then we'll sort of smooth out the whole hall. Okay, Sev has redeemed a character. Okay, so male dwarf, preferably militia for glorious death. Well, anyone can have a glorious death in this one. And it's the first ones that come through, unfortunately. So I can't really pick and choose. We don't have that luxury with this one. It's not like a one where we've got like a lot of them. So it's just it's the first ones through. If you Sev, you are in this game. You are in this game. You're right. There you are. You are part of the military. There you go. Putting blocks in. So you're already there. I'll just go and unredeem that one there. I'll tick off Kuja Grimm's one there as well. All right, so in we go. So getting this done nicely. Oh, giant rat just came in. Just saw it. Where is it? There it is. Giant rat. It is tired. It's frail yet strong. Drinian blood covering it. So it's been killing things. Kills. If we go to military, nothing there yet. So I'm not sure why it's got this one. So we've got one thieving creature. So military, it's time for you guys to kill the rat. So I only just saw it. Confirm. It sort of snuck through that gap in what we were building. Thoratio has named one as well. There's none available yet, but there will be. We're getting. It's like the fortress is attracting more dwarves each time. Only 3 last time, but we are getting there slowly. So one thieving or mischievous creature. Yeah, we're going to have to build more bedrooms as well. But anyway, we'll just get started with what we've got. We probably need to build a common room, just for them to be able to sleep properly. All right, so they're going to attack this thing. Let's just go in and follow this one around. Here we go. Job done. So that was so Supreme Plague and Sev both did the fighting. So if we have a look at from Sev's perspective, the back end there. Yeah, bashes the giant rat in the head with the copper warhammer. Injured part is crushed. There we go. So this rat won't be coming back. Now, one thing we don't actually have is the we don't have a butcher's shop. Not like this one here. We could actually butcher and eat. We could eat it. I think we'll set up a butcher's shop. Let's do that. So we've got our. If we go back up to where the kitchen layer is, which is further up, we'll put a butcher's shop off to the other side. Goes further up. There's our kitchens. And that was going to be for cloth making. You haven't established that yet. There's still a lot of things we need to build here. So we have Serene Plague has gone back to being a stone cutter. We've done that one. Spear Dwarf. Yep, that's okay. Rock Pots. And Adrian has can't prepare an easy meal just yet. Okay, let's go and dig this out and put the butcher. In fact, I might put the butcher shop off to the side here. Again, we've got a door. I'll put a smallish corridor through. And what we want to do is actually have it, the butcher's shop sort of off in this sort of angle. So we get those bits done. Yeah, that'll do. That way I can sort of trap the front area of it. Horatio saying dwarves really do eat every part of an animal. It's ghastly. We'll see what happens here. We also need to have a corpse stockpile somewhere, and that's actually sort of where I wanted to put initially, where we throw things away, which is sort of out of the way, but we do need to have a corpse stockpile. They're still trying to smooth all that out, which is fine. This here, I'm going to put a corpse stockpile in there. Well, that is going to be, we've got the garbage dump. It's not that one. Maybe it is that one. Oh no, hang on, it's actually a stockpile itself. Except, so in this case it's going to be corpses. Here we are. So we'll pop the stockpile in there for the corpses. And that way the rat should be taken into here. And I want to just put a door there as well. I mean, we don't have access to doors at this stage. I'll leave that off for now. Need to make more beds. And bins, actually. So get them done. We will eventually get to making the beds. Troglodyte is fighting again. Oh, damn it. Bloody zombies. These bloody zombies. Now we've got still got a gobbler, which is overcome by horror. Oh, here we go. And this is killing the turkeys. Oh, no, we're out of turkeys. Because of this troglodyte. Alright, guys, you've got another mission. Confirm. So it's eating the where did it go? I wasn't watching down that way. We've gone back. The miner did it. Yeah, in this room here. Oh, that's a disaster. That means we're not going to have any eggs. Compelled to Die says, hello, DasTactic. Any plans on playing Endless Legend 2 when it releases? Yes, I do actually. I've got access to it. Actually, I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's in my list for another, I can see it on the side there, for about another week and a bit before I'm allowed to even actually really talk about it. So I'm sort of I'm sort of being banned at this point in time. Now, sorry, I've missed a few other comments there from YouTube. So Sprocket saying, if left to be mad, unhappy, will dwarves turn on you or do something bad, like refuse to work or do something? Yeah, they'll do something. They'll actually end up doing all sorts of crazy things. Okay, so Muzzle Paint saying you're on fire, sir. All the caps, but don't want to upset the bot. Dad's a streaming machine. I cannot keep up with all this content. Yeah, it's probably too much actually. It's sort of I'm worried about putting so much content onto YouTube. It's fine on Twitch, but on YouTube, it's sort of I'm going to probably have to think carefully about what I do. But unfortunately, I've got like a lot of I'm starting a lot of series at this stage. Like, Distant Worlds 2 and Age of Wonders 4, stuff like that. But I'll probably have to be a bit more judicious about what I do put onto YouTube, because it becomes overwhelming. Just with with 3 hours essentially every day, which is fine for Twitch, but not really for YouTube. So I'll see how I go anyway. So Muzzle Paint saying, I picked up the latest Distant Worlds 2 DLC last night, but now you're singing sweet siren songs about Dwarf Fortress. How can I play all of this? Yes, you're an absolute best content creator across the... Oh, thank you, Muzzle Paint. Hopefully this channel will not be tariffed like your capitalist penguins. Muzzle Paint saying, should I watch your streams in Twitch? I figured watching here would help you. Yeah, it would. It does help the algorithm in YouTube. It doesn't really worry me, to be honest, whichever way. I don't know the ins and outs of how that all works. And Kyle's saying, Australia is the land of tomorrow. It is indeed. Now, we'll actually be streaming on the some more Distant Worlds 2 on the Slytherin channel, actually, after this. So I'll be, like, in about 4 hours' time. That's when I'll be over there. So I will actually have a break in between. This troglodyte is a problem. Yeah, God, these things are a pain in the ass. We need to get rid of them. God, if I only had one more turkey somewhere. That's just the gobbler. Oh no, that's id. Ah, okay. We've still got id available. All right, we're still okay. We are still okay. I'm going to put the turkey somewhere where they can't get killed by these zombies. That was a bit of a disaster, losing all of those. We've still got this one as well. Now this one is Bjolf's pet. Didn't feel anything while in conflict, so there was a bit of a problem there. Let's go down to up to the kitchen layer again, and figure out what. Oh, I think this has now been done as well. I'll smooth this out. This will be where the military dwarves end up being. Right. So Sever's saying, continue the Cthulhu run from a couple of days back on Slytherin. Yes, I am. Yeah, from yesterday. 3 hours a day on YouTube would be insane, says Rome. Yeah, it would. It's too much for YouTube. It's sort of, but at the moment there's so much content. There's so much gaming content that's available. So I sort of want to cover it, and then we'll have a look at it again after that. So yeah, I'm going to try to do it maybe once every 2 or 3 days on YouTube, and still try to keep up the daily streams on Twitch. But I just got to figure out the best way of doing that. All right. So anyway, that's going to be set up. We'll end up with this as being a barracks. That may help our military a little bit as well. We need that one to be smoothed. This one here, we've now got the butcher's areas done. Let's go and dig out on the other side a corridor. Then we'll dig an area that will be good enough for the hatchery. Come on, don't finish now. Got more fighting going on. Troglodyte left arm is fighting. If it's just a left arm, it's not going to worry the animals or anything, so we'll just let's let the dwarves take care of that problem. This is better. This will be where we end up with the turkeys. I should have done this earlier. It's risky leaving them where they were. That's good. Okay, so with that one there, we're just going to go across now. And turkey hen corpse has now come back to life. All right. So we've got now got the turkeys attacking the turkeys. Who have we got here? We've got atomic ant. Okay, time to kill off this this turkey, please. We've still got id up there. These other ones may come back to life as well, for all we know. So we've got a bit of a problem here with all this stuff. Turkey gobbler is fighting. Hopefully the turkey gobbler will be okay. Yep, so it's just trying to jump out of the way. Where's the turkey gobbler? It's the corpse. Running away over here. There it is. Alright, so what we'll do is we will go and set up the that area, which is up. I think, yeah, this area here. So we go into this one, pen and pasture, accept, and so we've only got 2 left. Select the animals to be placed, and that will be the stray turkey gobbler and id. So we want id to end up laying eggs with the gobbler, and so that will then ultimately be, this will become a hatchery again, and we'll try to get our group back up to full strength again with this one through here. I'm just going to have to place a door there, but I think we don't think we've got any doors available just yet. So just go into planning mode. I do need to place doors there and there as well. I will set the butcher up straight away before we're even really ready for that one. So we'll just go to workshops, farming. I'll just get rid of that one. Then we've got the nest boxes. I do need to get these as well. So I will actually place nest boxes along that line. Just wishful thinking that we'll end up with what we do need. We need to make 10 nest boxes, so we have to remember to do that. And then we do need to go in here with the workshop as well, the farming workshop, to get the butcher back in there, and then the tanner in here for the leather. So we'll have a giant rat leather backpacks. Yep, so I'll just ditch that one. Klingzog, yep, cancels drink, interrupted by a turkey hen corpse. Okay, so we'll now just go for the next one as well, which is the workshop, farming, and the tanner, just to make leather. Okay, that way they'll both sort of end up being placed into there. The actual nest boxes, let's just make sure that we are making nest boxes. I thought I'd seen them in here, maybe I didn't. No, I'm not seeing it there. Alright, let's just add one in. So, Crafts Dwarf Workshop. Make a stone nest box. If I just do it in here, nest. Yeah, rock nest box. There we are. So we'll with that one, it should be at the bottom end there. It's saying to make 10 as a one-off. I will keep it. I'll keep it going as a. I'll just make them one at a time. Oh, hang on. Make it 1, and we'll make it so that there's if the empty of these is less than 2. So that's satisfied for the next check. I'm not going to worry about doing the other ones in through here. So with the empty Ross neck boxes less than 2, we'll just go and change the exactly 2 is not 2. At most 2. Yep. So we'll end up with two nest boxes. All right, that's fine where that is, and we'll continue on. Damn, these are still going. Surely it's dead now. Might be able to use those. Probably need the corpse stockpile actually near where the butcher's shop is. I might go and dig that out. That's probably going to be the best way of doing that. That'll make more sense ultimately. Again, I might just go and get the another door. Just planning for all this stuff. Now, that one there, Monka's Strap, is tanning a hide. And if we have a look and see what's actually going on here, this is a turkey hen mangled skin. So we've got the, we do actually have turkey fat, turkey meat. This is good. So with the turkey that we did actually kill, they've been able to bring that one through. The giant rat should be ultimately brought in through as well for butchering, which is good. Troglodyte mutilated corpses fighting. Oh, not again, not again. Oh, no. Is that the last one that we've got? Okay, that one's back down there again. Okay, is that Id? Yeah, Id's still there. Okay. Id's still there. Is the gobbler still around? We need to get these down into this other zone. We need to ditch this area. This meeting hall, I'm going to ditch that as well. Pretty sure we've got other meeting zones as such. I mean, this is actually a water source, I guess now, is the... since we'll drink at this water source. Yeah, this is useful if you don't have a functioning well. So the well will sort of do its own thing as well, anyway. Like the dining halls, meeting area. So I've got that one through there. Yeah, I don't know what else we can do there. All right, we'll just continue on. Bedroom layer is starting to come good. Still a bit of work to do down there. Nothing in there just yet. Yeah, no, there's nothing much here we need to really worry about, I don't think. Yeah, atomic ant. Do we have any? No, that's the zombies keep on being killed. Like they've been damaged a lot, so they're sort of like they're really, but they can still cause a little bit of an issue. I might dig all this out now. Just while we're here, and we are going to need to get outside into this zone and do some stuff at some point. So we can, like, you know, while there's nothing bad out there, we need to get the wood that's actually out in this zone and make do with it. In fact, it's when there's so much for us to do here, but so much we need to get up to. So look and see what we've got down the bottom here. Okay, that's cool. Then we can just resume construction there. That's now been blocked off. That's blocked off. That can now resume construction. This is cool. We've only got a couple of little areas here and then we're done, which is nice. So that's then going to keep this area nice and secure for the animals. We've got buckets and things down here as well. Wonderful. Okay, so we won't go off charging off this way, I don't think. We may even look at the next layer up and see what we can actually spot in here. Like this is this goes up a long way, but it does sort of block itself off in around here. Looking at what we have actually got. So that little pocket there, for example, we could actually end up building something that actually ends up allowing us to have like an area for growing trees. Like this is big. It's a big area. When we are throwing our rubbish down in here. But it's also, you know, potentially this is a useful area. Yeah, I think we start to look at trying to secure this area. It goes up an awfully long way. And then we go off the map there. Okay, it would take forever to do this, so maybe we don't do that. But maybe we open it up. It's going to be a bit dangerous. Well, let's go and place a door there. Hang on, where are we? Doors and hatches. Just leave that one there and just wait and see what we get. We are very close with this whole bottom area though, which is nice. I'm just going to remove this stockpile. No, I'm going to need the blocks there. Okay, that's good. That's good. This thing, I don't think this can come back. I wonder if we can butcher this. Yeah, nothing we can do easily there. I can tell the butcher's shop to work on that one. 2 of 3. We still haven't done any smoothing there yet, and we do want to do that. So this will be a corpse stockpile. Yes, we're still at. Okay, now it's von Schweinhund is now fighting the corpse. Yeah, so we're still sort of going through here. Yeah, that corpse is now dead again. And they're moving the turkeys, finally moving the turkeys away. That's the gobbler. Excuse me, guys, sorry about the snuff in my throat. Thanks, orangutans, for the subscription. Very much appreciated. So glad to have a quarter live stream. Well, is that you? That's Course Lord, but this is your. No, that's not your pet. You do have a pet turkey that is still alive. One of only like the only one left that's a female. So definitely needs to replenish everything in the fortress. So it should be brought into here fairly soon. What's this one doing? Okay, it's just hauling stuff out of there. There's the gobbler. Where's Id? I'll get myself a drink of water. I'll be right back. Okay, so Bradbury Man saying some streamers are using AI tools to go through and do automatic editing, like with Visit or Powder AI. I'm not sure if that quite fits the bill for a shortened 15 to 30 minute video on YouTube from a 3 to 5 hour long playthrough. Might be worth a try. It's too much work for me, to be honest. It's not. It's sort of not viable. Unfortunately, it's sort of one of those things where yeah, it's a hard one. Like, it's a hard one because I just don't have the time, to be honest. And I know that AI will really shorten the time right down, but it's just yeah, it's sort of one of those things. It's sort of, yeah, it's a tricky one, really tricky one. So are those weird cyan bee things nest boxes? Yeah, they will be. They will be when they're built. So we just got to wait for them to get built, and they've been planned. So that's what they are, but they haven't been constructed yet. There we go. Now we've got id. So we've got the two of them in here. Now once we start getting nest boxes, they will start to then lay eggs, and then we should end up with poults, and we can then replenish our whole turkey factory back down this other side. So we're making stuff in there. What we need to do is get our clothing up and running as well. So we'll do that on this other side. And using the DF hack, it just makes all of this so much easier. So we've got the leather working, the loom, the clothes, and the dye. We're not going to worry about the dye. So I'll go with the loom, which will then go and collect webs. Go to the next one, workshops, and get the so that was the loom. Then we've got the clothing shop down through here, and yep, that'll be okay. And then the next one we've got is the leather worker. Now with DF hack, what we have is we've got auto clothing on, which basically means that when the dwarves need clothes, they go and get the clothes. As long as we have the workshops available. Yes, orangutan say that turkey is going to be the mother of all turkeys. It is indeed, I hope. There we go. We've got our first nest box being built. And now, there goes id to go and lay eggs. And then the gobbler will impregnate the turkey beforehand. Oh, here we go. It's now early winter. And we've sort of locked ourselves in at this point in time. Will the winter bring a zombie invasion from the towers, from the Necromancer Tower? Still only the first year. I can't believe it. Oh, we've now got 3 that are very angry. It's not good. Just got too much to do. We sort of when you've got these dangerous biomes, you spend too much time at the start of the game just trying to secure everything, which means that you don't get enough time to set up what they like. But we'll just let things sort of develop. See, this one's coming across to weave thread into silk. So this will just happen automatically now. We don't have to really worry too much about it. 4 hostiles. Okay, more chinchilla corpses that have now come through. At least we don't have to worry about the others. Go to F1. This is locked. Yep, that's forbidden at this stage. So winter is coming. There should be snow, hopefully. Where we are, I think. Just go back down through the fortress and Yeah, these are now stinking up the place. Now these are drinking here. And this is also not, this is not going to make him happy to be in this area. Really need to get everything established for that meeting hall, but I need to have it smoothed out before we do it. What I might do is add more of dwarves to the actual stonecutters. Now we had mechanic, the engraver, falcons can do that, and engraving as well. Yeah, we do actually have, this is a talented engraver. So I'll have, with the engraving, you only select to do this for engraving. So only falcons will do it. I'm thinking I actually lock that in, just so we end up with stone cutting and engraving basically being done by one, just because it's sort of, we're now missing out on getting areas established, and I do want that to be the case. I want that to be fixed up. 5 hostiles. Yep, it's just 5 of those. They're wandering off, wandering into the north. Food stocks are sort of staying where they are. We've only got 9 seeds at this stage. That's actually okay. Just come back into this zone. So still playing with the coffin. Obviously playing with the corpse. Yeah, we've got a rotten troglodyte or something spewing miasma. It's going to make everyone very, very unhappy as well. Yes, we're making chert blocks here. This miasma is a problem. I might remove this just so we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's a bit of a dead zone up and through here. We've got lots of blocks that were structured there. Now we're not putting blocks anywhere else at this stage, and I do want them towards the top of the fortress because that's now where we're going to be using them mainly. So oh, here we go. Cool. This is good. And I think I'll make this into a block stockpile. That is the top of the fortress at this stage. Bars and blocks. Custom. And so this will be chert, is what we end up having. So chert blocks. Yep, that'll do us. Good. And now smoothing this out. And they're smoothing this out as well now. This is good. So this will be our main dining hall. That way we can sort of stop them from doing what they're doing in the top of the fortress. I might open this area up. We're going to need to get more bedrooms as well. I might as well open up all of this, I think. This will be our hospital layer, ultimately. Oh, what have we got? Okay, we've got a yak calf. That's cool. Troglodyte leftover armors fighting, that won't really worry us. Foreign goo. Yep, that's okay as well. Leave it where that is. More nest boxes, and so it is still on the nest box. We now have a nest box with 11 fertilized egg. Cool, so we're going to get a whole lot of different turkey poults now. So we're on the way, we're on the way. That's good, so we've resurrected. Yeah, so these things just keep on. We're not throwing them away. We do need to do that. Oh, hang on, what's the buck rabbit doing? Back through here. This is the arm, is it? Yeah, left lower arm. Alright, well, we better go and kill it. There we go, that's been smashed. So ultimately we need to start to bring this stuff away from there and then deeper into the fortress. Well, actually up in the fortress, because we're going to be building in the top area of the fortress. Here we go, this is good. So that's good, we've got different people now doing the smoothing. We'll start to now build our actual meeting hall in here. And so this will be the start of our main, the major part of the fortress. So if we go into the zones, this will be a dining hall. So your citizens will eat at this zone. We're not assigned to a particular citizen. Citizens without their own dining hall will eat here. Tables and adjacent chairs should be included. So we're going to we'll establish this one as the dining hall. It's also going to ultimately be the main meeting hall as well. So I'll sort of override the different areas. So we'll end up with that one through there. We'll accept that one. And so this isn't going to be assigned to anyone. This is just going to be fairly general. Assign a new or existing location. We don't actually have, so this is a new, nothing much really actually. New inn or tavern, no, I'm just going to cancel that one. It's just literally a dining hall. So that's going to be, that's just a generic one. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else there. I could actually assign it as an actual tavern. New inn or tavern. Only citizens and long-term residents. Got a tavern keeper. Falcons again, maybe. Persuader negotiator. That's Adrian, the pump operator. Yeah, Adrian can be the tavern keeper. And then we've got a performer, and we've got Bjorf. He's a competent musician and a competent singer. There we go. So that will do. They can be their roles in that area. What else do we need there? We need goblets. We need chests. So we'll just make it a smallish tavern, but mainly just for the dwarves. And this hopefully will make them a bit happier. So let's just quickly go in and start to place different things in through here. So if we just go into the chests, sorry, if we go into here to start with, go to furniture, tables, and we're in the planning mode. So I'm just going to go and place tables along both areas in through here, and chairs. It's only going to be smallish. Okay, I've got those into there, and now the chairs. Do we have them in this thing? Again, I'm not seeing it there. This is plants to bag. Bin, mugs, wheelbarrows, mine carts, buckets, rock mechanisms, leather bag. Not seeing it. Got the beds there. No, I'm not seeing it there. Not even seeing tables, actually. No, I'm not seeing them there. So I think we'll better add another one in. So this will be the Stoneworkers Workshop. Hi, Matthew. How you going? So, and anybody else has joined us as well. So Space Pants. All right, so we've got those in there. We've got the Stoneworkers Workshop. We're going to make rock. Actually, there's a lot of things here that we don't actually have. We'll go and make rock tables. Stoneworkers. And rock thrones. Now we also don't have things like weapon racks, so on and so forth. What I'll do is I'll just change the number of this to 1, and that one to 1, and add that one there. If the amount of rock tables is less than, I'll say 2. And is it most 2? There we are. Okay, so that'll keep 2 tables spare while we have this one. I might try to import other things into here. There's a lot of stuff like shell leggings. Why have we got those there? We don't need those. So I sort of imported some stuff, but it's not really. I wish there was more sort of tighter groups. And again, I really wish we could filter this. Yeah, let's manage work orders there. Orders clear. That's how it all works. But it's not going to do it. No, that's okay. Just escape out of that one. And then the rock thrones. Again, 2. At most 2, there we are. Alright, so we'll get those established as well. And then we do need to put a chest in here as well. And I don't even think we've got the chests in the work orders. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be there. If I go in import, what have I got? Got the basics, furnace, military, rock stock. What does rock stock give us? Pedestals, bookcase, altar, weapon rack, thrones. Make rock cabinets, coffers, coffins. Rock blocks is one that we've already got our own, so we can get rid of that. Now the other ones that we did, the thrones and tables, yeah, we already had them, so throne, get rid of that one, and table from there as well. The bookcase, I'll keep all of this going. I'll just allow all of that to be built. So we'll just let them sort of work their way through that. That's actually useful. And actually, we'll just come back into here as well. And furniture, chest. Just throw a chest into here. Now, the zone needs to be a bit bigger. There we are. And meeting hall, I'll actually go and add in the meeting hall as well. It's an overlapping areas, but that'll have to be okay, I think. Actually, that's still the same, isn't it? The berries of wheeling. That's what this one's called. I might ditch that one. Yes, this is the berries of wheat. Actually, this is unnamed. And dining hall. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just leave that where that is. It will still. That's still where they're going to come ultimately, as they grab the other things. Uninjured citizen. Ah, oh, damn it! Here we go. At the left arm, this is Syrian. They're down through here, and a pool of blood here. So Syrian is now injured. So we have another injury, and I do have to start to wind up fairly soon. So this may be our kill, but the troglodyte's left arm won't really survive for that long. I don't know why it's down in here. It's like a crawl down here. Struck hematite. That's good. The engraver is fighting as well. Yeah, this is all happening back up in here. All right, let's go back up. I'm trying to find out what's going on here with this arm. Yeah, I think it crawled up the stairs and has made its way into the clothier's workshop. So we're going to need to, of course, kill this. Now, Syrian, unconscious, exhausted, bleeding, and injured. Wow. So this is Spigen's spouse. The child is this is von Schweinhut's mum. Damn it. Let's have a look at the health description. The neck is torn open. It's oozing blood. It should be okay. She'll be okay. God, what actually happened to her? It's just this left arm. It's just gone absolutely crazy. Already had a few other fights with chinchilla corpses and things. Wow. Really not... Okay, we need to get down here pretty quickly. Because now she's up and running. The corpse, the arm is now coming through. I think she's crawling. She's exhausted, bleeding, and injured because you can see that she's down on the ground. Dropping blood, she's vomiting everywhere. She's fallen asleep there. And she did actually manage to kill it before it got to anyone. All right, well that's something. But she's leaving blood everywhere. So she needs to be taken to the hospital. Now that'll be Cause Lord who will come hopefully and do the right thing here and pick up the Syrian and treat her properly. Still got 3 hostiles outside, 1 injured citizen here. There we go. That's Adrian. Is just going to the still. He's got more important things to do than look after the injured Syrian. There's actually that's the mechanic. I thought that was the child. Yeah, so Syrian is still they're still like just we sort of maybe vomiting and passing out from exhaustion. Come on, someone has to come. Oh, it's back again. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's now splattering it again. Okay, we have to get rid of this arm. This arm has to be destroyed. Come on, guys, do your job. Confirm. Lots of blood, lots of vomit. That was her child, I think, that just ran past. The arm is still there. This has to be thrown away. We have to dispose of this correctly. Wonder if I can just have one of the dwarves dedicated. I don't know if we can do this. If we go into the labour menu, we do have haulers. Everyone sort of does it. This is actually setting things up. But if we go, actually, if we go and have a look at this. This becomes very, very specific. Yeah, this is under the hauling. We've got stone hauling, wood hauling, item, burial, food, refuse hauling. That is probably what we want. Yeah, that's probably the one. Well, we've got a lot of refuse now around the place. So let's go and grab one of the dwarves to go and do this. Well, Began doesn't really have a role as such. He's just an animal dissector. So Began, you can become the hauler. So if we go and just to haul all of the, and I think this will work. Let's just see what happens with the refuse. If we go and create like our own labour menu, so if we go in and create a new one, which actually there's a load work order details. Oh no, that's okay. That's actually just the setup that we actually have through here. So if we go into add new work detail, this will be custom detail number 1, which will be the bring out your dead. There we go. So that'll be that one, and its role will be to only do the refuse hauling. So that's all we're going to do. It's just refuse hauling. So its corpses aren't in here as well. We've got burial. I might even do burial. Just do both. That will do. All right. So Began can become our first, the first one for that particular area. If I just go and grab that one. So only selected will do this. But so I'll just dedicate Began to do this one here. Where is Began? It's funny, it's not showing up. Oh, there it is, right at the top. Right at the top, the animal dissector, done. And so, and that will be all that Began does for now. So just until we try to clean things up. So hopefully that will then get rid of these all the rubbish and stuff that we've got. That's orangutans. Now we've got a bucket there with water in it. Now where's Serian? Serian is here, making her way to the makeshift hospital, crawling along the floor. There was a child that just ran past. Falling asleep again, just absolutely exhausted. There we go. Come on, Mum. Come along. Where was this one? So again, back in here. There's even more yet. There's more yet to do. This is, of course, the hospital, right where all these zombies will be coming in very, very soon. So, I'll take this one on. There we go, that one's down. And we'll end up sort of seeing what... so Syrian is still trying to get across into this location. Come on. 100 citizen. Now, when she makes it to the hospital, Cause Lord will then come and start... Oh, nearly made it. The hospital literally starts right there. Oh, maybe. That's Cause Lord there. No job, though. Come on, Syrian. Yeah, the hospital is there. Need to make it to the hospital. There we are. Get into bed. No, didn't quite make it to bed. But Cause Lord... There we go. There we are. So now Cause Lord will now come in and... Come on, do your job. There we are. Now we're doing it. So Cause Lord is going to be diagnosing the patient, and we'll start to fix up Syrian. So injured, exhausted, unconscious, and with a bit of a problem now. Let's just see what Began's up to. It's raining goo, and we'll just go and check on Began, see where Began's going with everything. Is Began working? Eating at the moment. Back over here. Check on his wife. He's grabbed something. What's he grabbed? He's okay. He's now got the Chilicorp skeleton. Taking it down here and throws it away. Great. This is exactly what we need him to do. Anything we dump will be dumped. Brilliant. Back up. Grab another corpse. Yep, this is the left ear cartilage. And dump it. I think we need to actually have him dedicated to this pretty much for quite a while. There's a lot of zombified things in through here. Now what's he doing? No job. He wants to haul Beowulf's body around. He's now grabbed another mangled head and chuck it in that bottom area where it can't do any harm. Grab some plump helmets. Now we've got a troglodyte mangled head. Still more fighting going on. Still troglodyte arms and stuff. Just having a drink. More rubbish to be hauled away. There we go. Yeah, well, Beowulf's corpse is not actually buried. That's the trouble. And I think I'm going to have to try to fix that maybe in the next session. Do a proper burial. Yeah, it is obsessed with Beowulf's body. I think everyone is. Okay, food and drink is now healthy, which is good. We've got a lot of seeds. Dumping an item. I don't know which item it is. A glove. just leave that one there. So this one here was we'll just resume construction of that. So we're starting to get a little bit now where the people will now come into this area. So we've got falcons back in through there. As actually, what we do now want to do is actually start to put some really nice engravings down through this other side. So we'll just go into the engraving menu and then go to engrave artwork, and I'll just start placing a few of these here, and then maybe a few this way as well. Actually, with the smoothing as well, I'll just go into the smoothing and smooth all of this. Get the whole lot smoothed out, and then it'll become like a massive meeting hall. That troglodyte left lower arm. There's done a lot of damage here. It's on here now. Okay, Began, you need to throw that away. It's causing too much drama. We no longer have any injured. Like, so Syrian has actually now come good, but still in hospital, I would think. No, she's now out of hospital. Oh, there's von Schweinhund. Now, the coffin does have Beowulf in there properly now. Good. Oh, hang on, no, that's actually just Beowulf's coffin, but Beowulf itself has probably been thrown away. The zombie Beowulf is gone, possibly by Began, I would imagine. These are filling up quite nicely. We need to get more of these. All right, so is Beowulf? No, Beowulf's not there. Actually, this has worked out well. This has worked out well having Began do this. But where is Beowulf's body? I don't know if we can find it in the stocks. Nope. Body? Nope. Oh, there's body parts. No, none of that. Okay, that's fine. No idea. Let's have a look and see how we're going down below, and then I'll probably have to call it quits, I think, for today. That's all secure. We don't need that anymore. Not that it matters. Okay, that's good. We've got a very, very secure area here for the animals. So I'll make it a bit bigger. That'll do us. All right, so that's for them, which is great. That works out well. Right, we're getting on top of things here. Oh, that's the giant rat skeleton. We'll chuck that away as well. Here we go. Look at him. He's already on the go. So we Began coming down to pick it up. So Began will come and grab it, I think. Oh no, its job is gone. Here it goes. Job has been assigned, which is what that little icon is there. Yep, with Began now. Moving up through the fortress. Must be heavy. Weight 100. So it's a heavy skeleton. Chuck it away. There it is. So now it's down in here. Pretty much anything that we've got that's... we were following the giant rat skeleton. I'll just move away from that so we're no longer following it. So it's now down in here somewhere. Giant rat mangle skeleton through there. All of these, this is good. This has worked out very, very well, having Began do this, because we can now just go up and check, is there anything that we have to throw away? Is there anything left? We never ended up using this corpse stockpile. Nothing in the bedrooms, of course. Just come back up through the fortress. Still got some things to throw away. That's a bit of entrails and stuff. The bones are okay. Just stay where they are. Now this is skeleton. Oh, we've got another one of these. Alright, let's go and kill this one. Confirm. There's 2 hostiles apparently. There's that one. Oh! Alright, so luckily we sort of finished off what we did. This is actually a troll mutilated corpse. And there's a pool of troll blood. But I don't know what killed it. Oh, this cave crocodile blood. So there was actually a fight that went on. Yeah, the troll and cave crocodile were fighting. So, yeah, the cave crocodile attacks the troll, but she jumps away, misses. The cave crocodile ends up killing the troll. Let's see, that's all pretty one-sided. Through here, attacks the troll, but jumps away. It gores the cave in the right foot, bruising the fat. Cave crocodile is becoming enraged. Yes, the troll just keeps on going. What ends up happening there? Yep, so it shook the troll around by the head, tearing apart the head's muscle. So if we have a look at the troll itself, so this one's just come back to life. So this one's going to be a bit of a problem. Not for us. I mean, like gee, we were lucky. Like that was literally here. So the cave crocodile came out somewhere here. What we're looking at, we've got the back teeth, the troll's foot. So the troll's on the ground. Look at the health and description. It can't stand. Its grasp is impaired. Left eye is fractured. Yeah, this is taken some damage. Right foot is gone. Left hand is gone. Right back teeth are gone as well. So where's the cave crocodile? So got that one there, which we'll kill, and then throw away. But this one's outside of our area. These are troll teeth. So there should be a cave crocodile in here somewhere. Others? Yeah, there it is there. There it is. So it's not too far away from it. Oh no, it's moved across there. And then it goes, the troll is there. And then the cave crocodile is over here somewhere. Oh, where's it gone? It's funny, I'm no longer seeing it. Let's find it again. Giant bats. Yeah, that's okay. So it's there. So it's a little way away from where the troll is. That's okay. It's funny that we don't consider that actually this description. Its right rear toe is broken, right rear toe is smashed open. Yeah, so hardly anything. Its head is dented a bit. It's scrawny anyway. That's not going to really worry anything. The troll is back over here somewhere. Just not doing anything. Let's just go back up to the this thing here and just watch when the military come. Here they come. This is Sev. I've smashed it. Chuck it away, Began. Chuck it away. There he is. Doing his job. I don't know why that one hasn't been picked up. Oh, we're back in here with the corpse. Oh, orangutans is now injured. Okay, let's have a look and see what's happened here. Oh, hang on, that's interesting. Oh, no, that's okay. I thought it was... No, that's okay. Items. Water all over everything. Okay, that's being washed already, I'm guessing. So have a look at the health, the description. The left hand is cut open slightly. So that would have been... There was an attack again of one of the other undead. Now we have 4 very unhappy dwarves. Alright, well, I think I'm going to call it quits here, guys. So thanks for watching. Again, Began's trying to do something here. He picks up Beowulf all the time. I think I'm going to lock Beowulf in, just so Began can go off and do other things. Got no job, but what's this? What's this? There we go. Now we got it. So get rid of that skeleton. That's good. We've cleaned out most things actually in the fortress here. Just do this as well. So they're the turkey hens that got killed. There's 4 hostiles. What are they? A troll. There's 2 trolls. And this thing's come back to life as well. So the mutilated corpse is now on the ground here, just doing his own thing, which is fine. So not going to worry us. He'll just wander around. He's got nothing to really target. So we've got a troll there and a troll there. I wonder what happened with them. This mutilated corpse, is it part of the other troll? Yeah, it's its left hand. When it got chomped off. Alright, not really a problem for us. There is a small Crundle back over here, terrified while in conflict with the hand. Yeah, that's fighting, but what's it doing? They're fighting each other. No, that doesn't make sense. Have a dwarf. Got another one in here. No, that was old, wasn't it? That was when it got smashed. What was out here? They're both undead. They shouldn't be fighting each other like this. Oh, maybe when it fell. Not sure. Anyway, all the miasma, they can have it. It doesn't worry us. It's a long way down. Okay, that's what we've got there. They're going after the Crundles. That's the corpse. Yes, we've got a whole lot of Crundles down in here as well. Again, it won't really worry us. I'm glad that we managed to block off the safe area there. That would have been quite disastrous if we hadn't have done that. So I think I'm going to leave it here. We pretty much now got it into a fairly safe position. We now have 5 really unhappy dwarfs, which is not going to be good. But we'll see what we can do next time. Sorry, I'll leave. My throat. I'll catch you guys. Well, in a few hours if you're going to be over on the Slytherin channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you then.